Okay, just a sneak preview of something coming up in the next video. It's just sitting waiting at the moment for installation. So whilst we wait for the arrival of the toilet so that I can align everything and make sure it's all going to fit, took a little trip yesterday to the hardware store and found the wallpaper. Oh, I am so cheap. The typically wallpaper over here is costing around 20 euros a roll, and I found a part used roll, and all they've done is just cut off about a metre section in order to put a display unit up. So I got that for 5 euros. So, and it's not bad. It's very washable. And I think that is going to be quite a nice pattern, which is going to go on this side. And I have started to clean off all of the old stuff off this side, finish that off in a minute, and then start to paper that and that side there. And what else have we got to do? Right. Then I think we're going to pull down some of this ceiling, which has been built up here. Just take a look. What I think has happened is that this leak that we knew was there was probably quite extensive, because as I pulled a panel off up here, you can see where the bit of dark water-soaked wood which has been there has now been removed, and all of this is brand new. I don't know how long ago it was, but I imagine this is at least 10 years old. So this is completely dry now. I've put my moisture meter on it, but that has all been grafted on, and I'm assuming that all the framing underneath this part of the roof is all brand new. But we'll take a look at that anyway, because I need to bring this down, because that's all going to get covered with fabric with a foam on the back. Anyway, we'll see what it looks like. I'll be back shortly. Yep, so it's exactly as I thought. This has all been repaired at some point, and you can see it's all new joists put in. So done quite a good job. It looks to be very secure. There's a little bit of bowing here that may just be the fact that this hardboard isn't waterproof. So all of these seams are going to be redone. So I don't have too much of a concern there. But we will pack a little bit of insulation in here, because obviously nothing's been put in. And then all of this is going to get covered. So let me just crack on now, and we'll start finishing the removal of that, and then we'll get the wallpaper up. Okay, so that's the ceiling all removed. Got a little bit of work to do there, but I think most of that is now dry. Just treat this a little bit in this corner, and there's nothing much else there. As all new wood's been put in there, just need some insulation and a little bit of protection, but the ceiling, as I said, will be completely resealed anyway. Sorry, the roof will be resealed anyway. That's coming in another episode when my delivery from Temu arrives. Lots of interesting things coming. Right, back in a bit. Okay, so that's the wallpapering done. Need to clean up now, let this lot dry, and start on the next job, which is going to be a bit of rust proofing underneath. So I'm going to be using some of this first of all. I've got a little spray can there and a mask. So underneath all of the edges, treat that for 24 hours, and then we'll give it a paint with I've got some white Hammerite. It was on offer in one of the bricolages. It's expensive stuff though, but very, very good. Used it for years. So all of the underneath, which you can't actually see, will be painted with that. So going to crack on and get a bit more done before it gets too hot. Catch you later. Okay, slight change of plan. Whatever you do, don't spray that rust converter, because even with a full respirator mask, it's horrible. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to be painting it on with a brush, but just to show you the bits I'm getting at. It's nothing serious, it's purely cosmetic at this point, but just little bits like that just annoy me. So all of these panels here are going to get sorted out, and I have just found the original Rapido serial number, so I'll make sure I've got a copy of that. I've actually been in touch with Rapido to see if they've got any of the original manuals, and somebody has been very kind to send me a scan of the original brochure, and I'll put some of those pictures up later on. I think it's a slightly later model. I think it must have been the 84, because there are some subtle differences that I'll point out. But just at the moment, I'm just going to get underneath here and just get this cosmetic rust treated, and then we'll get some paint and wax oil, etc. underneath it, just to preserve it a bit more. So I'm going to crack on now. If you want to look underneath what a 1.4 cylinder engine looks like from beneath, that's it. You can see the general condition is pretty darn good. No real corrosion, a couple of patches that I've just treated. But what I did notice is the joint there is weeping a little bit of grease. I think it's split somewhere. So that's the first job that needs to be addressed, but not a biggie. Very easy to do. But the rest of it is looking pretty good. No major rust or corrosion anywhere, and very surprising. But anyway, that's the state of it underneath. Okay.